Oh, hi.
Wow. We haven't had an after show in so long. You forgot how to say hello.
Yeah, you made us wait so long.
I was muted. So long.
You poor things. Que lastima, pobrecitas.
Pobrecitas.
That means what a pity, poor little thing. Que lastima.
I understand.
Hi, Goof. I have a bully dog that is just so excited to say hello.
I must apologize for the squeaky toy in the background, but my bully dog demands it.
Hey, it's okay. Mine is somehow magically still asleep in front of me, so I don't know.
I got a
Bully
catfish
Watson
just
is
sitting next to me.
I mean, I'm imagining they can think of their own name, but Wogton had a certain ring to it.
Wogton, yes, I don't mind. Bully Wogton, that's such a mouthful.
I've been watching a lot of Escape to the Countryside, and a lot of those British villages have very long names.
Yeah, they do. Hi, Goofy. Yes, they see you. They do. They say hi to you too.
Hello, baby.
Yes, they do. Now, you know what else they said? Fuck off. They did, I heard them.
I just cracked my entire lower back. Fuck.
Well, King Flip, you've assigned your council. You've put people in positions, and you did your first orders of kingly business.
I feel better about it than I did at the end of last week. Also that. That is also true.
That's how the bully dog feels as well. He's just giving his honest opinion on, court. But doing away with the terrible attire is great. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God.
So essentially now... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I was going to say, so essentially now you'll have like different things that you can do to expand your kingdom and make it better. The first things that you're going to do is send an envoy to the Druid village and find the tailor and thither were the two things. You can send the envoy, but you're going to thither, so you'll figure it out when you get there.
Yeah. When we get there.
Mm-hmm. To steal some portraits, apparently.
More art
Maybe she
theft.
just wants all of her family pictures on the wall.
I'm sure she has a nefarious purpose for it. I'm just not sure that we care.
Fair point. Turnabout's fair play, or whatever they say. Goofy. No.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are in a position of, we care what's going on anymore with the hags. Like,
I mean, we care about getting Zai free still, I think. But
yeah, that, but
Bavlorna so far hasn't really, as hags go, she's the best I've met.
she's interesting, but
Yeah, she never rubbed me the wrong way, really.
No, that other guy did, though. One with the weird balloon.
Oh, no, he was a problem.
Yeah, Karma.
Charm.
Close enough.
Charma. That's where my brain went. Charma's a
Say it in the bad Cockney accent like you wanted to. Do it again.
Do what?
Say it in the bad Cockney accent like you want to.
Oh, no. That's okay.
I'm talking to Joe.
Oh, it's Karma, isn't it?
Yeah, there it is.
Karma. God damn it. That accent came out before stream earlier too for no reason.
Yeah, so my initial thought in like court stuff, like King's Court stuff, was like Game of Thrones style, right? Where you have to have all the things. And then I'm like watching Flip's brain spin, and he's like, I don't want to assign one particular one of my friends as my right hand. That's fucked up. So I'm like, okay, let's quickly shift gears here. We'll do something else.
Well, Flip also very
I'm
much
not gonna lie. genuinely shocked you put Mads in forces and not in connections.
I'm not, actually.
I mean, it was really just a question of like Flip is legit. Like, I go to these people for different things on different situations.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cece and Flip definitely bonded in the plumbing. So when it comes to like the person that Flip trusts to keep him from diving down a pipe of death, like, you
We
know,
make soap together.
that's kind of where that came from. Was literally like, okay, she's already stopped me from doing this a couple times. But with Matt, it really was like he trusts Mads to get shit done. And so, like, honestly, coin was what he was after. He was like, I want Mads to have access to the resources.
That's fine. It was just the my brain just like flatlined for a second because I'm like trying to deal with a cat who is just deciding to be a menace slightly off screen. And I come back and I see Mads' force. I'm like, Mads is the character literally not built for combat is forces. Okay,
You are the
let's go.
strongest, though.
Well,
It
also,
doesn't have
It's not my fault.
well, also Flip
No, it's
doesn't
fine.
value combat for forces. Like, Flip was
Yeah,
thinking
no,
in
I get
terms
that.
of, like, infrastructure, in terms of brain, and, you know, and
Yeah, no,
also
I get you.
like,
It was just that momentary, just like, oh, okay, sure.
Flip was also thinking, like, seriously, in terms of connections and secrets, this one talks to dead things. Like,
Oh,
there
no,
is
there's
no
not a
better
fucking
spy
question.
network.
It should be secrets.
But yeah, no, Flip really was thinking in terms of, like, he really was going, like, Mads, once Mads knows what needs to be done, Mads will get it done. So
Yeah, it's pretty
give
fair.
Mads all the forces, the resources, the whatever it takes to make that happen.
Yeah. Mads with the staff. We'll figure out how that one's gonna play out.
And how can you have a name like Cecilia Laurent and not be the one that is managing formal connections?
I'm sorry, I think I just saw the inside of my skull. I rolled my eyes so hard at that.
I'm a bitch ass street kid who got kicked out by her parents.
Street smarts!
Street smarts!
Hey, connections are connections, and whether you're tied to your parents or not, Laurent is a name that carries some weight in the mortal realm. So being able to establish connections in the mortal realm is maybe something that will be needed to be helpful in expanding King Flip's empire. You don't know.
This is true.
You know what's also really useful? Sylvan.
Yeah.
I will fucking learn this goddamn language, I swear to God!
When Delia mentioned wanting to get back to our reality, man, Flip's stomach plummeted. Like, Flip was, it was just an interesting moment for Flip as like, oh shit, that's right. Like, all of these people have this in common.
It's more coming to the Feywild as in Delia's mind been nothing but cool. This hurts, this keeps hurting. Cool, new wounds. I'm done. I can't keep doing this. I want nothing to do with this.
And it totally made sense. It was just an interesting moment for Flip because Flip was also going, but things make a lot more sense here for him. Like,
they do make sense here, but it's just coming down to this is unfamiliar hurts. At least in the other world, I know what to do with certain backstabs. I know what to do with certain situations. I know how to cope with certain pain. This is pain I don't know how to deal with anymore. I am not equipped to properly do this. So it's no. I want to get this done. I want out. And I want away from all of you. I'm tired of you all hurting me. And giving all of you the ability to hurt me.
Bear in mind that you are in a broken Feywild right now. You're in a land that's broken into three by a coven of hags, which you knew as you were going into it. So it makes sense to flip, like, this is the Feywild. I'm used to a majority of this stuff, but this is broken, but we're going to fix it, and everything will go back to normal, where the rest of you are like, this place fucking sucks!
Well, plus, the Feywild that Flip is used to is only tangentially related to the Feywild as it should be. Because, like, he's from the Underdark of the Feywild, so...
Yeah, the Underfey.
The Underfey. So, like, a screwed-up, creepy-ass version where everything kind of sucks feels like home.
Fair. Also very fair.
Yeah.
But maybe Henry will be back. We don't know. On a real note,
Yeah.
on the Henry
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
The
As
player
players,
behind- Yeah, as players, like the player behind Henry stepped away from the campaign, which is the reason for needing to exit the character in the game. I am not a DM that likes to kill characters when players are playing them, let alone when they walk away from the game. Like, if somebody has a real life thing, I'm never, ever, ever going to say, yeah, your character dies. People develop attachments and things like that. I've had characters, as I stepped out of campaigns, where the DM, like, canonically killed them. And even though I'm like, oh, that's my character, I can play it in other places. And I'm like, that still stings. I couldn't do that to my players. And you guys have invested a lot of time and energy into your characters. I would never, ever, ever just kill Henry. So that's Henry's nice little exit note, provided to you by Cal himself.
I learned that in the middle of session.
Yeah.
I knew from I'm a part of all that I've met.
Yeah.
The quote.
Yeah. That was a very important thing between the conversation that we had.
As players, we do know this, and there are zero hard feelings. As characters, no, we timing.
All the hard feelings, all the anger, all the sad.
Yeah. Mads is not okay, and the only way that I could even remotely get them to like move forward is they had to backtrack. Of like Mads just let loose the emotional burden onto Henry, and now Henry's gone. That really fractured Mads. So the way that they had to cope with it was shoving it down and bearing the burden alone. They're trying to find a halfway point where they communicate, but
Mads is only alone in their own head. They've got other people around them that care. Same with Delia, who is like, I don't want to care, which Delia cares and other people care too. It's the same. You guys will get through it. It's a character arc.
Yeah.
It's taking a lot for CC not to backtrack, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's very
I
much
just knew we
in
would
her-
sit there and wallow if Mads didn't be like, all right, cool. So here's don't call me Madalena. These are my pronouns. Let's fucking go. I'm done.
So next week will be season 1 finale. Then we'll couple week break, and we'll come back in the beginning of October for season 2, where we will be adding new cast members to round out the party, supplement the roles that you're missing, since you're all bards. There's no really definitive party roles. So
Well, that's not true. I'm all bard. Everybody else is other things.
This is very true.
I'm here to heal.
I'm here
That's
to
it.
fuck shit up.
I'm here to heal, and apparently no secrets.
I make gin and light it on fire.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
You only get Eldritch Blast once we wake up your person again.
I still have access. I still have access to
Oh,
my
okay.
Warlock spells. I can't gain any in Warlock right now until she wakes back up. That's the contingency. So I didn't lose that.
That's good.
I still have my first level spells and everything, or my whatever I have from when I started.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I think you're due in part for level up.
This is true. So does that mean that we can do that
You don't
right
get
now?
into Warlock until your patron is freed. Sorry, buddy.
I know, but like I can level up in Bard though.
Yeah. You guys can all have a level up.
Yay!
Am I able to multi-class the
Wait.
way I intended to, or do you want me to wait?
Wait, story.
Wait.
Does that apply to
Well-
Flip, given that I just leveled up?
Yeah, Flip and Delia are still going to level because the others are going to
Oh.
catch up through their
Cool.
Okay.
individual arcs. Because everybody's going to have an session the same way Flip and Delia already have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mads and Cece will probably have their second season pretty close to in the front of the season, so that way you can all catch up, and then the others who will join your party are going to come in at the top level, and then they'll have their stuff later on.
Awesome.
So once we do your individual sessions, then we'll do your level, your multi-class and all of that. Joe's already multi-classed from the very beginning. Joe's stuff is very heavily dependent on what happens throughout this section of the campaign. So unfortunate for Joe. Joe has to wait. Joe's will be a flashback, sort of how they become attached to the patron in the very beginning anyways. This is something new. I've never done it before, one-on-one sessions with players in campaigns, but after doing the one with Delia, I was like, you know what? This is fun. I want to do this for everybody. So we're going to do it.
I will
Ooh.
say it was interesting to play Flip solo and then go back to playing Flip interacting with people and realize like he's actually a pretty serious dude when he's on his own. The like flippant part of being Flip is totally in the interactions. Because like last week I was like, nope, he's taking this very seriously and respectfully.
And everybody is different on their own. Like there's different parts of each person. Like Delia's session, before that session, you guys got that cold fronted Delia. I don't care about any of you. Fuck your contracts. I want out of here. And then when she came back after experiencing all of the emotions and like healing some of her trauma, she came back as a totally different sort of mindset with, you know, being willing to kind of open up a little more and show care and things like that. Flip's, on the other hand, was Flip had to be serious for a moment and do things other than throw magic at stuff and figure stuff out. Each person is going to have their own in a way that the campaign is not used to seeing you be tested. And I like that. I like that individual stuff. Like I never did that before. And I like the one-on-one with the players because it gives me a chance to work through story stuff with each of you in game instead of sitting and writing backstory, all of that. I personally, as a player, write this much backstory, like 3 or 4 lines, right? I usually it out as we go. I recently got a chance to sit with the DM and do a one-on-one origin story for my character. Instead of writing a backstory, I got to play through it. And that really like kind of like opened up my eyes to see the different kind of things that I could do as a DM with my players as well. So that happened right after I did the one-on-one with Delia. So it just kind of like all rolled into, no, we're going to do this because it's awesome. I like it.
That'd be a good guinea pig, I guess.
Usually you are. You're usually my guinea pig for everything. If I'm like, if Kayla is playing in a campaign of mine and I have something I want to test, usually Kayla is the one that I can trust to run the play test for me in a way that is not like I have to do this because Huli asked me, but oh, this is fun and interesting. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm interested in doing this. Let's do it. Like Kayla's Monday night character is blind. And I wanted to try it. I wanted to see how it is having a fully blind, not like, you know, how Flip can see still, like Shades of Grey. Kayla's Monday character is completely blind and has blind sense and tremor sense where they could feel things, essentially. Heightened senses to cover the other, you know, to make up for what they're missing in sight, heightened senses. So it was just something I was sitting around smoking one night and I just decided I wanted to do it. And I was like, hey, do you want to do science? And Kayla's like, yeah, let's do science. And I'm like, yeah, science.
Yes, this is
For
awesome.
science.
but my bully dog is literally yelling at me to go to bed.
Yeah, go for it. Go
Like,
for it.
she's straight up over here barking at me to head upstairs. So I will see you guys. Well, some of you Thursday and some of you next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Well,
might
yeah.
see me Thursday.
Oh, yay!
We'll see.
I know I will see Huli Thursday because you live in my branches.
I do. I do.
Jojo, you look so confused by that, but it is
No,
true.
no, I trust me, I know what this means. It's just hilarious.
All
It's
right.
like Groot and Rocket,
I love
but
it.
aloe vera and Psy.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Cappy. But yeah, so next week will be season finale for season 1. We'll take a couple week break and then we'll come back beginning of October with season 2, and we'll have recasted and story stuff in the middle of that.
Bet.
It will be interesting.
Let's see, who are we going to raid out into? We'll raid out to Carney's Sideshow, another part of the stream team. They are streaming from, I believe, Singapore. So they're, I could be incorrect, but I believe they're Singapore or the Philippines. I can't remember. Somewhere, one of those places on the other side of the world and in a way different time zone. So that's that. We're going to raid out over to them, and the rest of you here in the show, you know what we do at the end of the show.
Wait, hold on. Kayla, I have to know that you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Thing going on background. Sorry.
Couldn't
No, you're
do it
good.
without you.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.